You may or may not have a clear idea on what sort of residual income to create. The following tips are included to help you eliminate possibilities with hidden drawbacks or alert you to opportunities you may not have considered. Find your niche. If you haven't a clue what type of business to set up, don't despair. Let's do some creative brainstorming. I'm going to write a couple of questions, and you will need to fill in the blanks. Feel free to pause the video until you figure out your answers. So here goes. 1. The 3 things I enjoy doing most in life are. Number 2. My 7 strongest talents are. List 7 things you find easy. List 7 things you find hard. Number 3. I make the most money when I. Number 4. Time flies by when I. Number 5. Time absolutely drags and crawls when I. 6. I love blank. 7. I hate. What do you hate? Not only will this exercise help you narrow down areas to concentrate on and identify your strengths and weaknesses, it will also tip you off as to which areas you might want to outsource as soon as possible. And think of various types of residual programs you yourself subscribe to. Do any of these make you feel, I'd like to do that someday? Because someday could be now. Name your new membership site or newsletter. Here's where you're going to find the single exception to the online site naming rule. 1. Go for branding. You know all that stuff you learned about finding your best keyword and seeing if the .com version of that keyword is available? Well, throw that out the window. When it comes to membership sites, the reverse holds true. You need to create a catchy, brandable name that is easy to spell, easy to say, fun to say. And do say the name out loud. Then give several friends, relatives, and children to read it and say it out loud. You may be horrified to discover that the wonderful name you came up with, the Wetlands Nature Blogger, becomes something else to 80% of those who read it cold turkey. The Wetlands Nature Blogger. Avoid joining words that end and begin with the same letter. It causes visual confusion and makes the name less easy to remember, even if it's easy to say. For example, Helen's Business Services is nice and clear on a business card, but as a domain name, helensbusinessservices.com is going to leave people trying to remember exactly how many S characters are in it. It does help if your membership site name is either A, so catchy that the name sticks in people's brains like an irritating song, or B, providing a big, fat, clear clue on the subject matter. 2. Use power words, if possible, when naming your site. A few common ones are easy, secret, club, exclusive, pro, rich, wealthy, platinum, diamond, golden, lucky. A perfect example of a memorable, strong name employing power words would be Easy Member Pro, and easymemberpro.com is very readable and short as a website domain URL. 3. Try to use a name that is appropriate for every culture. For example, a fag in Britain is commonly a slang term for a cigarette, whereas in North America, it's universally understood as a derogatory term for a homosexual person. Frank's Fags fans would generate either a total lack of response from the target group or some pretty angry letters in the US or Canada if it was meant to be a membership site where smokers could band together and visitors either A, didn't visit simply judged by the name, or B, were looking for something entirely different. In a similar vein, the color white is associated with weddings and innocence in the West. But if you were marketing your site in Japan, calling your wedding resource blog and membership site White Wedding Creator Pro and having white-clad people in your images might backfire by conjuring up strong associations with death, since in Japanese culture, white is the color of death. 4. Consider your demographic. The people you're trying to reach may prove the exceptions to the above rule. Take the example of Bacardi, who deliberately went with black, the color of death, in Western culture, and subliminally death imagery in order to reach a younger, risk-taking, edgy, anti-establishment demographic. When they incorporated images and colors traditionally off-putting to other demographics, sales soared through the roof. You may also find it helpful to instantly pre-qualify and weed out those who wouldn't appreciate your site while attracting those who would be using insider terminology or slang only a particular group would know. Just make sure it doesn't apply to any other group who would be shocked if they entered your site thinking that it was about something else, as in our Frank's Fags fans example above. 5. Make sure it's not taken. You don't want to put a lot of effort into branding, then discover someone else has registered and trademarked your name. Have some fun when brainstorming your site name. Break a few rules. If it works with your demographic, or the name you come up with is just too irresistible. But do test it out on members of the niche demographic you're trying to reach. Make your plan. Here we are going to provide a handy worksheet. Now is the time to start filling it out. Print out lots of these. You'll likely revise it a few times. My membership site business plan. Mission statement. What my goals are. How I will achieve them. My goal is to do something for someone and create a specific result. And then you'll need to know how you're going to do it, what you're going to provide, what this will do for them. Business goals. You can set up your goals to be short-term, long-term, or maybe more specific like next year. The legalities. Trademark, registered name. Is it going to be a brand? Are there any local laws that might affect it? Taxes. How are you going to track and record expenses? And you'll need to prepare your privacy policy, terms and conditions, and disclaimer. My system. When it comes to the technical details, you'll need to take care of all of the following: scripts and plugins, web host, domain registrar, autoresponder, shopping cart, and others. Outsourcing. When are you going to start outsourcing? Immediately? Later? Are you going to require setup and installation, VA services, customer support, forum moderation, graphic design? My setup costs. And then you're going to have to calculate your cost for all the following: scripts and plugins, web host, domain registrar, autoresponder, shopping cart, graphic design, and other fees. You brainstormed your business and decided on A, the model, B, a name, C, who it's going to serve. As a final check, you've identified what you can bring to it that your customers will prize, what they can't live without but desperately need, how you will position yourself. In other words, 1. Are you already well known enough to simply announce your new membership site or subscription newsletter? 2. Have people actually expressed a clamoring need for it? 3. Do you need a JV partner? 4. Are you quite happy with starting small and encouraging your devotees to spread the words as affiliates? 5. Are you planning to advertise through social media, PPC? 6. Is it going to be free at first with paid levels added as demand grows? Offer both free and paid levels straight away? 7. How many members do you plan to serve? Is it a small, exclusive club? Are you going for quantity? Is it largely self-serving with lots of resources? Or is its strongest selling point one-on-one access to you personally? All of these factors should be addressed while you're still in the planning stage. But finally, we come to actually putting your plan into action. Just do it. Once you're at this stage, the important thing is to set your membership site, forum, or subscription newsletter up. Even if you only have 12 members initially, this is not a bad thing for someone fumbling around completely new. You can play trial and error with them, perhaps offering them a free membership to your paid tiers for being a beta tester. Just take a look at how Google Plus is doing this. Iron out the bugs before your big launch and before contacting super JVs. Your biggest investment is likely to be the $100 to $300 you throw at your membership site plugin or script, but remember, most of these come with at least a 30-day guarantee, some more. If you decide you're just not ready or realize it's not going to fly, you can get your investment back with no fuss, no muss. However, there are several proven things you can do to ensure that your new reoccurring income site or forum does catch on. Be aware that there is going to be a lifetime cycle for any membership site. As old members graduate and exit, or your course finishes, new ones will arrive. With a little timely promotion occasionally, your site income should not fluctuate too much. Remember that offering existing alumni free lifetime memberships can often change their minds and keep them engaged, or at least returning for guest spots. But that doesn't mean you should fatalistically accept exits. Do everything you can to keep your members engaged. Number 1 on the list is 1. Interactivity. Even if you have a self-sustaining forum with active members, interactivity is crucial to a generation rapidly becoming accustomed to experiencing it in every other facet of their lives, especially online. Even TV shows, once the enemy of internet sites, now embrace this interactivity culture by promoting online contests, websites, downloadable coupons, product shops, and fun quizzes. Number 2, keep it on site and keep it fresh. Interactivity is the difference between a dead site where members download resources once and never come back. If you have a new blogging calendar every month filled with specific high-value, well-researched current topics for your super blogger membership, you will retain members much better than if you provide a simple blank calendar they can download once and reuse to their heart's content. 3. New content. Okay, so this is virtually the same as point number 2 above, but it's important enough to mention and reinforce separately anyway. And never fall into the trap of providing new content for new content's sake. Always make sure your fresh content is cutting edge, original, fresh, entertaining, powerful, and valuable. Number 4, timing. Don't be afraid to test your theories either. Ask people, provide extra content at new intervals, and see what sort of response results you get. 5. Consistency. Here's a secret you may not yet have discovered. People are creatures of habit. Not just emotionally, but neurologically. As people experience things, neural pathways are created in the brain. If an experience is repeated, the brain doesn't make a new pathway, it simply finds and tramples along easily on the first path. And after several times repeating this, you've got a strong, unbreakable habit. What this translates to, in terms of your membership site, forum, or subscription newsletter, is making sure things follow familiar formats. Well-worn neural pathways also make things feel easier for people, especially when it comes to layouts, categories, departments in a newsletter, quiz or poll formats, knowing what they can count on. 6. Value. Okay, so we can simply repeat the list in point number 3 here, but this too is well worth reinforcing. And we're going to add one more value component. Keep them eager for what's coming next. A daily lesson format is ideal for this. It not only reinforces those neural pathways and habits we talked about, but it provides easily digested small chunks of new information that you have to wait till the next day to access. Waiting till the next day keeps the anticipation fresh in your subscriber's mind, whereas if you make her wait a month or even a week, she will most likely forget all about your lessons. Keep these 6 principles in mind, and you'll be setting yourself up for a strong start and delighted responses from your participants. But don't stop there once it's up and successfully running. Assess your recurring income site and see where you can make extra money from it. Here are some suggestions. 1. Add affiliate marketing for yourself. Sell your competitors and related niche peers products as an affiliate. 2. Sell ad space. This strategy is especially well suited to subscription newsletters and blog-type membership sites, particularly if you place the ad in the free portion of a tiered program. Offer special rates for repeating ads. 3. Make sure you're not going to annoy your subscribers by featuring ads. The simplest way is to offer your subscribers these ad spots if your forum is big enough. They should have a high response rate since they're already tapped into their biggest demographic, other members. 4. Create automatic content providers, trained by you. If ads don't feel right for you, offer member services as a free option under a member special offers or member services section. 5. Create seasonal promotions. Take full advantage of holidays to supplement your regular sales. Create a Christmas membership special where a person can join and bring along another member for free. Limit this to a set number with a set time limit. Create special seasonal products for your members and allow them a special price. Give seasonal discounts. Be creative. 6. Ask your subscribers. Send them simple short radio button surveys as part of your customer service. Ask them what they need or want, what they most enjoy about your site. You don't have to put them in a critical headspace by asking what they dislike. Ask what they enjoy, and you'll quickly get told what isn't working. 7. Add a new tier. Once your site is running smoothly, use member feedback to see if a new tier or new site is needed. If the answer is yes, go ahead and create one. 8. Invest. Once you start making money, commit a set percentage of all future profits to an investment fund. Talk to your accountant or bank manager. That way, even your profits will be bringing in income in the form of interest. Keep looking around for opportunities to add even more residual income. After all, once you've got one site successfully running, you'll get the next one started in no time.